Man, these are some stacked teams, man. Holy crap. Alright, so we got DNG, Akak, which I know are both solid players. Amazing Shokaku player, Fratstar, who's of course one of the leading killers on the team. Who I think with the second overall with 16 kills so far through 4 weeks. Chris, who's an amazing player. General Dort, who's known for being the battleship player. Looks like they're just going with the one cruiser. We saw this in how OP played their lower tiers, and they rotated some low tier. Obviously, there's not too many Fubukis. Hello Shota, amazing player. MF Jones, a fantastic player. WWE played with him a lot. Lord of Face, I don't know Lord of Face too much, but he's into Benson. I assume he's relatively good. Looking pretty solid on our side. What about the Kantai collections, or Kantai girls? It's your set. I'll let you go.
I'm afraid I don't own their players as well. Los Angeles, they got some pretty good players in there. That Orleans, that Majosh, I don't know about him, but
Yeah, right.
you know, you got some very different loadouts. You look at Kantai, it looks like they got a little bit closer stuff. 2 Turpitses there. A Fubuki, that's some good stuff for brawling, close range. A lot of Torps. Flip side of that, if you look at look at OP here, they got a couple gunboats, and they just got a bunch of long range Magis.
Now it's kind of
interesting how that plays out on the small map.
It's
like
interesting
this.
that the Kantai girls didn't. They used all 3 of their premiums, and OP only used 1. They only have the Kutuzov. But now they're stacking so many. I guess it's kind of about equal. Only 1 cruiser each. It's kind of just going to be a. Let's stick with one of the destroyers here. It'll be kind of interesting to see. I imagine the Otago being better, but overall the AA on the Kutuzov is going to be much better. He's going to be almost impenetrable, even by tier 8 planes.
Hard to beat it. Yep.
Yeah. So right now we're with Kiryu. I assume it's the same. I'm going to kind of slaughter some of these names. And the Fubuki, the lone Fubuki, and of all the Bensons, I don't know. That seems awfully sketchy to me. I think the Benson's just so much stronger, although the Fubuki has insanely strong torps, very, very stealthy, can outspot most of those guys. But we'll see. I mean, it just loses the fights to the Benson. I think probably 3 Benson is, my opinion, is stronger, even with this fast reload on the Benson torps. But there's the Kutuzov spotted. That is almost.
Kantai DD's got to be careful. They got more Bensons on that OP team. It looks like they're concentrating them.
Now, if they can get, I'm trying to see where the Otago is right now, or the Kutuzov. I'm getting the teams mixed up right now. I'm sticking right here on Destroyer Hider right now. They had the Kutuzov spotted for a little bit. I don't know.
Submarine Wahoo and that Benson. Ooh, Destroyer Taylor. He could be in a really bad place. He's got 2 Bensons on him.
Yeah, Hello Shota does not miss. Although MF Jones takes a huge hit on the Kutuzov. Wait, am I reading this wrong? Okay, both teams took Kutuzov. There isn't an Otago here.
Wow. Wow, there goes the
MF Jones, that's huge. It's huge.
Right off the match.
Now this lets Cruiser Yura get a little bit closer, give a little bit more support to destroyers. If Destroyer Taylor can get out of here, let's go to Destroyer Taylor actually. If he can get out of here.
Oh, Lord of Face just, oh wow, they just lost the GD2 right off the bat.
Lots of torps. Destroyer's gonna miss that. He might take 1. Maybe he can split this. Can he matrix this? He's gonna take the 1. So Destroyer Taylor's gonna go out, but he's gonna get the final torps out. Right now, I keep on saying Kantai collection. Kantai girls are going to be able to have a huge lead right now. Down 1 destroyer. Slight carrier is going to slow down just in time. Submarine Wahoo is going to be in there with, I believe, Hello Shota. I'll go over to him really quick. If he can win this knife fight, because torps are in, he knows he's right around the edge, and they aren't getting a spot, he can maybe get that shot. The shots are in on Submarine.
If Yoda can win that gunfight, then
that gets him right back in the game.
Not going to have any more gunships there.
Akak takes a solid hit.
Can't cover the flanks like a Benson can.
Alright. There we go. Okay, torps are actually in. Submarine Wahoo is getting hit pretty hard. Hello Shota actually didn't take the. I wonder what he took instead.
Health. Yeah.
But he didn't take the health increase. I wonder what he took instead. Maybe Demo Expert, maybe AFT. Interesting in this because although he is full health, he only has about 6,000 more life than Submarine Wahoo has right now, who's half health. And Hello Shota is taking pretty big hits right now, and he's now down the same health. This kid is now basically equaled up. 4 kilometers away. Maybe Submarine's holding some shots, not wanting to be
He's
spotted.
absolutely stuck on that cap point. The Kantai ships are 8 kilometers away. Those battleships, if he pulls out of that smoke, he's going to be spotted by the Fubuki, and ooh, he's got more torps on him.
One thing that's pretty huge right now is OP's pretty locked up at kind of their spawn, and Kantai is actually hitting up C. So they're going to be taking C cap, and B cap is still being contended. I like that both destroyers are kind of saying, this is my cap, I'm not going anywhere. Oh, Hellish Yoda's taking some solid hits. Hellish Yoda seems to be taking damage as well. So we can get over there really quick.
That's pretty good for them. 2 cap points right off the bat.
Hellish needs to get away. It looks like he's on fire. Most likely doesn't have a repair. It looks like he just repaired it right there, so if he gets another fire, he's going to be pretty screwed. Oh, big hit down to 1,000 life.
1,000 left.
Keep him spotted. Carrier's doing a great job.
See what's going on with this battleship.
Down goes Hellish Yoda. That's so
the
huge. That's so huge. Now they can push. WWW is the only one left on OP. Although Submarine's actually he's sitting about 9k life, so that's actually not too bad. I'm surprised that that's another destroyer with WWW that doesn't have the health buff. Now I don't know if they're going for a more with being relatively aggressive with having the more gun ships destroyers. They're saying, hey, I'm gonna go for it. Let's light some more fires. We're more offensive because if they take them out, you're gonna want a destroyer that has more chance of fire anyway to put more damage out on the big ships. This is actually pretty huge in the Kantai girls' favor.
They've got a really commanding lead here. They're up ships. They've got the 2 cap points. OP doesn't really have anything to even cap points with. Like, they can't get into that Bravo or Charlie cap at all. They can maybe pick up Alpha, but you know they're still down 2 caps and they're down a lot of ships. That's a lot of points.
Now the one thing I was saying,
if this Benson can go down for Kantai, that might even up a little bit for him, but.
this is gonna be up now. Carrier Hugh is kind of he's trying to sneak it up because right now, okay, he's gonna be spotted.
Cruiser LA is going down.
Oh, big loss for them.
The battleship. It's a lot of points, but it looks like everything else is still healthy.
Now Carrier Hugh has to be kind of careful. Akak's got some big HE shots on him, so he might actually go down here if he's not careful. He's gonna be permanently spotted by the carrier. Not much they can do. This is pretty huge for them. WWW is getting some pressure on carrier, but if carrier can get away, they need to not lose their advantage in this DD's down to 666 life.
He's probably going to get some hits on Fratstar here, though.
There's a lot of battleships in that little bit of area that he put out. And looks like Akak might even take a couple, maybe one. And 71 life. Right 71 life. Can he survive? And down he does.
He's got him. Yep. Ooh, Carolina got him. All right.
Let's go to...
Both teams have 1 Benson left. That's pretty big, especially Wahoo's right there, and he doesn't have a whole lot of health.
Now, one thing I think that's pretty huge.
Fratstar's going to be smoking this corner.
Says huge. There you go. Drink out. One thing that I think is very important to notice is they still have the Kutuzov at full life. Kutuzov can absolutely punish a team if it's not taken care of, as well as punish a destroyer that's less than 10 kilometers away, as well as give Insane A. Akak takes a huge hit, down to 11k life. Now Cruiser Sedai is going to be maybe taking some torps from WW, but now OP's starting to make the move. Maybe this is how they kind of do it. You know, maybe they try to slowly... Oh, it's more torps in on Akak. If he doesn't have a repair, that could be it for him. 3 torps are going in, down to 5k. Couple shots in from Destroyer Haida as well. Cruiser Toggle putting some damage into him as well.
Akak's all by himself over there. He's definitely going
He doesn't
down.
have repair, so 1 fire is deadly to him. 1400 life.
Ship-wise, it's pretty even, but man, OP does not have any cap points. They're not in a good spot.
You know,
they're gonna have to kill that entire fleet to win right now.
How many times have we been in a ranked game or been in any game in general where they killed more ships, or you know, we had less ships in the end, but we just still won because down goes Akak, huge kill. Destroyer Haida is going to be able to kind of push right up and challenge. See, this is the downside. OP, they're rolling into one big thing.
Maybe if they could like one-shot the Kutsev, that might give him a little bit of points, buy him some time.
Destroyer Haida is going to have to be careful. He knows that.
I don't know. 2 Turtses and a Magi is a pretty big health pool to go through.
This is actually really good info for these guys. They only have 1 destroyer, and it's obviously capping A. So the battleships are going to be able to push into B and keep up the damage. Pinch these islands so they have a little bit more Huge, yeah, fuck you guys. They're going to be able to push up, push into B, use that cover, and really start putting into some damage. If I were them, the angles that the OP Gaming are giving them is not that well. I'd start pumping out some HE and just start burning them, because with that Kutuzov, the Kutuzov's rate of fire and the Kutuzov's fire chance is going to be insane. And these guys better be careful too. That Shokaku is relatively close. That Kutuzov can get some shots in on him. Fratstar's front of the line. He looks like he's the only one that's actually going to be in front of the island.
I think between this battleship fight, it doesn't look like OP's even winning this exchange.
Looks like Dort's
kind
kind
of a lot of HE damage.
Did Dort ground?
I think he's stuck. Yeah, I think he's stuck on a sandbar there.
So they're going to start punishing him. Fratstar is the only one.
He is stuck on that corner. He's getting off, but it's going to take some time.
Now WW is starting to push into B right now.
Chris is only 32,000 health. He's out of the fight for a second, but Dort's going to be able to escape behind this island and hide.
Now, one thing I don't know if you get, if you're seeing it right now, is Kantai's carrier is awfully exposed to that one destroyer if they knew it was there. He is really not that far away, just around the corner, and he has no defense.
I think he's a little bit too far away for the DD to hit him, but if he pops up again, one of those BBs
down goes Cruisers to die. Fratstar with a good kill, but big damage coming in on Fratstar as well. He's gonna get cross-torped. Gonna take
several of these.
At least 3.
2 of them. 3. Wow.
There you go. That's big, and especially if he doesn't repair. See, having the cruiser still.
It looks like he didn't flood though.
Oh, he's on fire.
Oh
though.
no, he is flooding.
Yeah.
He is flooding.
That's the thing with having the cruiser still, is it can keep everybody without having a repair. If it can keep everyone without having a repair,
is repaired, but it looks like the OP battleships are a little bit split up now. Frat is 3 kilometers ahead of his other 2 ships.
Well, luckily Frat's going to be able to get into the smoke, which will protect him hopefully from a little bit of that. But Fratstar's sitting about 20-some K, with torpedoes actually coming in from the Benson. I don't know if they'll quite make it. That just shows. Oh, looks like Cruiser Yura's going to get kind of picked off here. He's got a little bit extended into B.
In a really bad place. Oh, but Fratstar's shooting at Benson.
He's got a hit on the Benson though. That's the thing. If they can take him out, he's down to 700 life.
Oh, the Torps. The Benson's going to go down here.
Will he get him? Will W down go? Huge.
That's
so huge right now.
There's
double huge, boys.
See that Shokaku though. Why is he pushed up so far? Those battleships could one-shot him.
He's pumping out really good damage right now. And if Fratstar takes,
they just need to stay alive though.
If Fratstar starts taking some big damage, if he gets on fire, if he takes a torp and starts flooding, he's on fire right now. He's on fire right now, so that's going to be, that could possibly be death to him right there. He's probably run into a repair relatively soon.
Double fire. Just repaired it off.
Chris is probably going to take in some torps here, as long as Dort, looks like torps are in on Dort, so Dort will be going down, or at least taking some. Fratstar is not on fire right now. Oh, there you go. See, the Shokaku got too close. See, although Kantai girls are in a demanding lead point-wise, they have a couple ships that are very, very low. One salvo from a couple of these battleships. OP, although low and in a bad situation, they can be right back into this game. Especially if Destroyer Haida, this is with... Let's go to his view really quick.
We got more torps in. Chris is going to take some. Dort is going to take at least one.
This is an ability right here. This is why a Tirpitz is so good. That Amagi, Chris is seeing him.
3.5 away from that Tirpitz.
Chris is going to be taking at least 1, if not 2, right on the tip. Down goes Chris.
He doesn't take him, Dort. Dort's going to narrowly miss.
There's the advantage of the Tirpitz over the Amagi. Although the Amagi, I think, can consistently pump out more damage, if you get to small maps like these, like a B cap on this, a Tirpitz is going to win majority of the time with having the ability to torp. And you saw right there, able to take him out with torpedoes and able to take out the battleship, or at least put a solid hit on Dort.
Still alive right there, 2,000 health.
If they can get Dort down, though.
Oh, he got another fire on Dort. That's fantastic.
One more salvo, Tirpitz, and GG.
Dort's down.
That's going to be GG, boys. First game goes.
Wow.
Huge, huge, boys. Can we get a huge spam in chat?
I think this is the first match they've ever lost, actually, this season.
Just a straight-up match, just not even match up?
Yep, this is the first match they've lost, the first game.
So who played?
Wow, that was commanding by Kantai there actually. Those early DD kills and that, oh man, that kill on that Kutsev.
Insane. Well, I think it was MF Jones. I think he took a couple early citadels. He was the first one spotted, and I really think that's a really important part is getting the cruiser off. You know, is getting
Absolutely,
him off that
on a
map.
small map, big
Yep.
detection on that Kutsev.
I wonder what the damage was at the end of that. So we'll go back there. And
Hard to
look at
tell, but those fires would have added up because he was keeping everyone on fire that entire game. Very good fires just all over those battleships. OP did not have a chance to lick their wounds there.
Now I'm wondering, you know, they see OP running 3 Bensons, and the Kantai girls, they run a double Benson Fubuki. Will they switch to a triple Benson? Did the Fubuki pump out enough damage to make it worth a slot? I honestly think even in ranked play,
I don't think he did. I think if he had stayed alive there, he would have been much better off. He looks like he played a little bit too aggressively. I don't know if he had the shorter range torps or what, but I mean, 9k away from the battleships is pretty dangerous. You know, they didn't have any cruisers up, but with him spotted by the carrier, that damage added up and he just went down there. If he stayed alive, he would have been able to pump out some flooding damage on them the entire game, and that would have been huge. I think if he stayed alive, this would have been even more top-sided towards Kantai.
now we see Fratstar, Akak, Hellish Yoda, all getting big kills, but just really wasn't enough. Both carriers, you know, obviously the Kantai collection, Kantai
They
girls,
got a couple good strikes off there.
absolutely. Now, one thing I think is going to be a huge turning point is if a carrier can get that early destroyer kill. If they can get that early destroyer kill, get that off the map,
Absolutely, and,
absolutely turns the match.
Destroyer Minakaze there had a perfect drop on it. I'm not sure which DD that was, but put 2 torps into that Benson sitting in the smoke who was already pretty banged up, and that's, you know,
One thing to
that
look
was
at
2
too
kills right off the bat for him.
is Destroyer Minakaze's. Look at how many planes are even shot down. It may not seem like a big stat, but almost doubled up what DNG did. And it may not be that big, okay, yeah, but the fewer planes that are out there, the less your DDs are spotted, the less your planes are doing damage, and the Shokaku is almost, you know, useless. I didn't see if he was running, I assume they're both running balanced, but I didn't see if he was running a fighter build or whatnot. But that's pretty huge. I mean, possibly, I mean, even when looking at, I mean, the Kutsov, even on both teams, didn't even shoot down any. I mean, MF Jones went down so early, and Cruiser Euro didn't even shoot down any planes. That's a pretty big stat to even look at, is double the plane kills from one side to the other. And maybe, is Cruiser Los Angeles? I don't know if he's running. No, it's kind of interesting that they're actually both running a North Carolina. But I mean, just compare. I mean, 16 more plane kills for Kantai, and that's a pretty big stat in my opinion. Vote for huge emote. Yeah, Cruiser Otago, yeah. Cruiser Otago, Cruiser Los Angeles. Yep, they killed the spectators. What happens, guys, is it's 9v9 and we're the 10th player. And what they do is they kill us off right away so we can then free cam and switch back and forth. I wish we could kind of look at their damage and kind of bring that up. But big games.
How do you feel about the choice of Amagis on that map?
I think the
I don't know,
Amagis
man.
do much better. I mean, we saw that. I mean, we saw a Tirpitz be strong on this kind of map. I think Tirpitz is much better on smaller maps. I think Amagi definitely outplays on larger maps because the Tirpitz long range kind of mediocre. The dispersion gets relatively crappy. The Amagi can just pump out more damage. I mean, statistically, it does more damage in the long run. I think the Tirpitz were obviously the way to go on this map because you do more of the fighting in that 15 kilometer and less, which is where the Tirpitz is a fantastic battleship. The Amagi isn't a bad battleship, but when you're getting 2.6 kilometers away, and what would you rather have, a Tirpitz or would you rather have an Amagi? I mean,
Yep. Once they lost those Bensons, they didn't have anything to push in the caps. Those Amagis
and
can't get too close.
And one thing we can point out too is that OP and maybe they play that kind of that coy, sit back and wait a little bit. but they weren't able to push in any caps. You know, even if the Kantai girls lost a ship or two, they'd still have such a point, you know, advantage. I think it was like 900 and some to 400. I mean, even if they lost 2 ships and there was a 200-point swing, they're still in the lead, and they could just kind of sit and kind of survive. That's pretty huge, and that was really good. I think OP kind of rolled for more protection and kind of using those back end of those islands. And Kantai kind of rolled towards a cap almost. You know, they supported B and then rolled towards C, where OP didn't quite roll towards A as much as they did until late into the game.
Yeah, I think those Turpitz made a huge difference. You know, they were able to just keep that extra health pool. They just kept coming at those Amagis, and Kantai did an excellent job of keeping their targets behind the mountains, so they were able to maximize their health pool. You saw OP do a really good job of that too, but with the exception of that carrier getting a little bit too close, and he probably should have just picked an island to hide behind back there, you know, when they were trying to win on cap points. You know, that Kutsev stayed alive quite a long time, putting shots over the mountains. So there's a lot of stuff that OP wasn't able to, you know, take anything down quickly to make up those points.
Now, do you think seeing their battleships, North Carolina ACLAC got 2 kills, Frasar got 1 in the Amagi, but you look at their team and they got combined, their Turpitz has got 3 kills just in those guys, almost matched them. You think OP wishes they would have gone Turpitz? I do think that on smaller maps, I think Turpitz are just stronger. They can pump out more damage. They have a faster reload. They have the torpedo ability. I mean, you can even contend a destroyer. I mean, these are very, very good destroyers they're playing against. But still, you can challenge a destroyer if you have the ability. Let's say Hello Shota pumps out his torps. That's very you have the ability. You have that window to then push with the Turpitz. The Turpitz has the speed, it has the agility, and it has torpedoes at 6 kilometers.
Very good torp protection as well.